Gonna run through my crafting dailies real quick. I'll probably do like one leveling roulette dungeon for Paladin, then I'm gonna move on with the story. I'll try and blaze through all this stuff real quick. Okay. Bomb frying pan down. See, we need the... For woodworking, we need the ash cavalry bow. Already have steel, already have beast sinew. We need oak and ash. I don't think I've even gathered those yet. Steel scythe. Uh, where is that? Wrap steel scythe. There we go. Need siltstone, whetstone. We already did the armor crafting one. Silver circlet with amethyst. What is that? Okay. Goatskin, crack cows. Just the normal ones. Linen trousers. I might be able to just make those. No, I need toad leather and steel rivets. High potion. Where's high potion? There it is. Oh. Distilled water and a gill bun. And a fried egg. Smooth butter. I need a puck egg. Table salt and mineral water. Okay, what kind of stuff are we needing? Ash lumber with oak branches. Siltstone. And amethyst. What should I say? Raw amethyst. Sorrel Haven. Okay, so we're there. Do. Rubber, that's easy to get. That's just latex. I have the rest of that. Toad leather, I need to kill Gigan toads. For sure, high level ones. I might look up the skins for that. Steel rivets already have steel. So that works. I need to kill at least level 23 laughing toads in Western Thanalan. I guess those are the ones. Those are going to be the ones by the I need Alumin for that too, but where do I gather gill buns? 9 ivies. Okay. Distilled water, super easy to get. Same with mineral water. A lot of this stuff is just going to be... I need to find out where the puck egg is. I need to kill level 30 pucks. Looks like it's going to be outer Lenosha. Okay. Coordinates 15, 18. Alright, let's go grab the stuff in Thanalan real quick. I think there's a way to set Bongo Cat to, like... Can I have it... I definitely want you to auto-start, I think. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. There you go, that's fine. Don't really want to run it as an admin if I can help it. I'm gonna put them here. There we go. Let's see. Change my character's hairstyle a little bit for a longer, more regal look, you know? So I need to get alumen, which is mining, and that's just for the Gigantoad leather. I need to kill laughing toads in the cave past Scions of the 7th Dawn HQ. Then puck eggs are going to be in Lenosha. I don't think of anything else we'll need. Not much. Hmm. Definitely grab the alumen first. We could just walk up to the shroud. I don't really want to do that. If we had flying, it wouldn't be that much of a time commitment, but without flying, that's quite a bit to do. Not sure I'm comfortable with that. Let's see. Get to alumen for sure. Luckily, I held on to a lot of my materials this time, so I don't really need to like farm a lot necessarily. Also, I'm unlocked desynth for a lot of the crafters now, and that's going to help me get even more materials. Pretty sure amethyst was in the shroud too. Yeah, just grab all of it. I'm sure I'll use alumen later on too. To be honest, I should probably get like 30 of it. I don't know if future leathers are going to use. I mean, I'm sure future leathers will use a different material. I just don't know if they are before the end of A Realm Reborn or not. Really, I only have 58% on that. I really need to stop being lazy and just farm up a gathering set, but I mean, if it ain't broke, right? Like, oh, we'll see how hard it is to mine the amethyst, but wait, do I already have aluminum? I feel like 25's fine. I'm gonna slide this down here just because it's stuff that we're gonna turn in. I did make myself a good skillet finally. And then my armor crafting is starting to catch up. But we're gonna go ahead and swap to Black Mage and teleport over to Vesper Bay. Yeah, crafting's just a real grind. I wonder if I need an additional noise gate for my mic. Am I walking when I could be mounted? I'll swing up to Lenosha after this, because that's actually closer to where I'm at now. Alright, where are these toads? Alright, you should give me what I need. Hopefully. I just need like a couple. Oh, there's my couple. 5 is pretty freaking good. Let's get some more mana. Get back into combat, swing at things. I'll just do like one round of like killing all these toads. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, more mana back. More Gagan Toad skin. Having 10 of these toad leather, because I could use these toad leathers for like armor sets too. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, 7's fine. I really would like to have more. Getting that 5 right off the bat felt really good. Really annoying farming these toads because of their tongue whip thing. Getting fuck all now. Alright, that's enough. I don't need any more than that. Alright, I should be able to walk to Lenosha from here. I just need to kill pucks for their eggs, I believe, over there. I don't think I need anything else from Lenosha. Pretty sure I don't need anything. Actually, let's not waste time. We're just gonna teleport to Upper Lenosha. Alright, I need 15, 18. That's where we need to be. Alright, 15, 18. Not there. Alright, it's over here. Alright, it's just across the way. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I should have teleported to the airport, but we'll walk from here. Pretty sure I can just swim across the lake. This gives me time to eat my food a little bit. I got caught on a wall, my bad. Had to step up and grab something. Alright, this is probably one of the slowest ways to legitimately grind your crafters. But it's like the purest way. Think of it like kind of like Iron Man RuneScape, if that makes sense. Alright, where are the pucks? $15, $18. So, the heck? Oh, they must be in the other area. Found them. Grab the aetheryte while I'm here too. Pretty sure I forgot it last time. That's really all I need. I'll never have to make this dish again. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna grab the aetheryte and then we'll head over to Gridania. Oh. I'll double check my crafting log, but I'm pretty sure we can go to Gridania now. Table salt's gonna be Thanalan. Could just buy it too. Distilled waters, Gridania. Hill buns are also Gridania. Got the toe leather, we already have steel. Rubber is Gridania. Amethyst, Gridania. Did it. I need siltstone. Alright, this one's in the oak wood. So I need to... Alright, that's just where I was, so that's a missed opportunity a little bit, but it'll be fine. I'll just go grab it. I'll probably grab a decent chunk of those. It's just kind of necessary. I feel like siltstone's going to be a fairly common thing I craft. I'll probably craft at least 30 of them over the loving process. I'll definitely need them for jewelry, very least. Okay, let's grab the siltstone. Very good. It's not too bad of a... Nice little achievement for that. Okay. Okay. I'd like to have an even number. Alright, that works. Probably won't need much more than that. For the foreseeable future. Let me grab the salt stone. Now we can teleport to Gardania. We're gonna start in Bent Branch, I think. Relatively close to everything that I need, so. It'd help if I was using like my actual gear. Not that it matters, my item level is not particularly high with Gatherer, mostly because my jewelry sucks, but even if it didn't suck, it still wouldn't be all that good. I think is the only stats that jewelry seems to carry for gathering is GP, and I don't really use it. I just kind of rely on my stats. I'm sure if I'm gathering at a high level, I'll use all the skills, but I guess it would. I think it matters for collectibles, maybe, but I don't know if item level by itself has an effect or if it's just like an approximation of like your gear stats. I might as well do the quest while I'm here too with the chocobo. For now, I'm gonna hit the mining nodes real quick. That's not the ore I need, but I guess it gets me a little bit of extra experience. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need that much amethyst. Uh, this is a very large trooper. Alright, dude. Let's kill this asshole. Uh, Alright, now let's go grab the latex quick. Let's grab the latex so I can make some rubber. Walnut, already have. All right, lower paths. That's gonna be way down. All right, where am I getting ash from? Oh, green tier. All right. Grab that while we're here too, and then we'll run south. Oh, I do need to go to 9 Ivies. Let's teleport up there, then let's teleport south. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. That'll give me, what, 7 lumber? That's fine. Alright, let's go up to 9 Ivies. Where's the thing about it's 9 Ivies only? I remember. Oh yeah, Gilbun. Okay. Okay. It's probably enough. So now what do we need? Is there anything? I just sold water. I'll be back in Thanalan. We do need mineral water for something. Mineral water for the fried egg. And then we'll do a cast return, grab what little else we need, and then I'll craft all the stuff. And then we'll start some dungeons and get on with the story. See if anybody wants to hop on and play a game later. Hey, this is effervescent water. Huh? Oh, where do I get mineral water? What? Huh? 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 Oh, we craft this? Alright, wiki it is. So I just buy it from a merchant? It's weird. Alright. Kind of annoying, but is what it is. Yeah, let's grab the little bit of muddy water we need for distilled. And the table salt stuff, the rock salt that I need for table salt. Hey, rocks. I think rock salt might actually be around the corner. Okay. Just need to grab the mineral water from a merchant over in the here. And what is it called? Sapphire Exchange or something? Hmm. Let's check. This chick has it. But I just need one. Alright. Alright, I have to do goldsmithing first. At least we don't have to do like a mass amount of crafting. Okay. .91% chance. Pretty good. Okay. That was an easy craft. Okay, we got the steel scythe. Let's switch over to carpenter. Get the ash cavalry bow, which means we need to make ash lumber. I'm just going to quick synthesize these. Already did that. Grab the goldsmithing. Nice, got lucky with that amethyst. I'll probably speedcraft the rest of them, but okay. Okay. Alright, switch over to leather worker. Actually, I'm pretty sure this required rubber. I believe is an alchemist recipe. Yeah. Rubber is gonna be here. We're gonna quick synthesize all of it. Okay. Okay. I'll be the goatskin Krakos. And swap over to golds. I already did that one. Weaver. Trousers. Need toe leather and steel rivets. I should have just made the toe leather while I was here. Alright, then we'll quick craft rest. Alright, we have some chunks of toe leather. Maybe that'll fuel some gear in the future. Who knows? Okay. Now I need the steel rivets. We'll just use Armor Crafter to make that. I needs the XP more. Okay. Pretty sure that's all we needed. Trousers. So we'll use at least some high quality. Okay. That gave us quite a chunk of XP. Like a fifth of a level there. Okay. Go cook. Water, table salt, table salt. You make the table salt. I guess quick synthesize this too. And then we'll just hold on to a lot of these crafting materials just because we'll probably be doing the same thing again tomorrow. Less gathering we have to do, the better at the moment. Eventually we'll have to just grind some gathering, but I need to repair my gear. That is one thing that gets shredded when you're crafting, is your gear gets obliterated. Okay. And for this class, we need the... I already did this one. This is the one I did initially. Now I just need Alchemist, which is just high potion, right? I just need distilled water, book synthesis. We are grinding the muddy water to get distilled water. That's precisely how that works, actually. I don't know if you've ever seen an industrial setup for distilled water. It's just it's just thousands of people in like a sweatshop grinding away at distilled water. They take the mud and they just grind it, and perfectly clear, clean water pops out. No more processing required. Anyone who says otherwise is lying to you. All right, let's go do turn-ins. Yeah, and the reason we do the high quality is because it doubles the reward. And then you have the star rewards, which are... You just get double in it. You get extra anyways. I don't know if it's double. It might be even more than that, but... Alright. Very straightforward. I'm gonna repair my gear real quick and then we'll do the dungeons. Ooh, armor is the only one under level 30 now. That's really, really helpful. I'll be able to desynth almost every piece of gear that comes my way now. Okay. Alright. We peak time for a leveling roulette. Oh, I got a new item from Doge Cat. Alright. Should probably take this dungeon slow since we have a conjurer for a healer. This is probably our first time ever doing the dungeon. Alright, let's see if we can have her tolerate a full pull. Going back to the sapling, rampart here. I'm about to take a bunch of hits, so. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'll be able to do full pulls all the way through this place, except maybe the last pull. Like, gear-wise, I'm fine. I just worry about the healer. Whether or not they can handle this kind of thing. Make sure I trout up. Definitely moving on. We'll probably arm's length here. Arm's length is just really good for high numbers of enemies all attacking at once. Pretty sure most, if not all of them, are arm's length. We have 2 AoE DPSs actually. We can do full clears all the way. Super easy. Yeah. Really straightforward dungeon. Even before they turned it into a linear hallway, it was an easy dungeon. Yeah. I'm grading on every drop from here on out because I can desynth. And I want to get that skill up. They should probably... she might not have time to as an enemy. Well done, healer. Well done. I probably shouldn't be typing so much. I mean, luckily stuff doesn't really do like a ton of damage. Sprint is a damage mitigation cooldown, by the way, for tank. You definitely want to like kind of, you want to use your cooldown like kind of early in the pool. That way your health bar doesn't just get completely need healing, bud. Contrary to popular belief, tanks are not immortal. At least not at my item level. Alright, last pull. Yeah, should be fine. I'll use 2 cooldowns for this. Am I going down? Probably going down, yeah. Okay, they quick cast revive. Actually, no, yeah, just keep everybody else alive. I'm going to take the shortcut back. Perfect. Dying is not necessarily bad as a tank, as long as... I gotta open up all the chests. What else am I gonna desynth with? It's gonna teleport me to the dungeon, to the boss anyways. It'll offer to teleport me to the boss. I already have that. Pass. I can't even tell which fucking way I'm going. Bongo Cat! That's the healer. They did a great job. Anything else here though? I got whatever. Alright, let's go do the Paladin class quest, because why not? For definitely decent. Yeah, decent that. Try any of these. This. Growth Formula Alpha. There's actually a Weaver. Definitely want to get my decent skills up. So Also gives quite a bit of shards passively, which is nice. Go. Chamber rules closest to him. Alright. That's daily's done in about an hour. Not too bad. Welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. You are those who follow the true Paladin path without misstep. But you are one of them. I am proud to call you sister. You have kept the faith, and in return, I must have faith in you. It is time that you knew the truth. Though it is hard to share, for it is a shame I would rather keep hidden from outsiders, perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor of the sword, of Oathkeeper that he stole. His name is Sulkzegel, and he was my predecessor as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite. Yes, he was the same man whom I admired as a child, who inspired me to take the sword if only. He was the paragon of paladins, until, that is, he changed. Some years ago now, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Monetarists. The latter emerged triumphant, and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Sulkzegel was still captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words that he had spoken on bended knee before his royal liege. Now it falls to me, as captain, to restore the honor and name of the Sultan Sworn. If that means cutting down my former mentor and master, I would do it gladly, for his misdeed cannot be forgiven. But his death will not lift the stain that mars our name. He must be put on trial in a public court so that everyone knows his crimes. Then, and only then, can we begin to earn the people's trust again. He served for over 30 years as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, and he is a formidable foe. Few can match his skill with the sword. Even together, you and I will find it difficult to take him alive without mortal harm to one side or the other. You must continue to hone your skills and prepare for the day. You will face him. To complete the next stage of your training, you must do this. Go to the Ugram River in eastern Thanalan and find the brazier we have placed there. By lighting it, will dry the ire of the Lepidotes dwelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, but if you take heart what you have learned and let the crystal be your guide, you will triumph. Lepidotes. Oh, we get our second AoE skill. Nice. Be able to do the second hit of my AoE combo. Nice. Not the best looking AoE combo. Um, amongst the tanks. At least it's not Warrior though. Warrior just kind of spins his axe around the top of his head like a helicopter. It looks really stupid. Don't get me wrong, I love Warrior, but I wish they would do something about that animation, or maybe they have at higher levels and I just don't know about it, but I doubt it. All right, here's the brazier. Oh yeah, we're not doing a whole lot of damage at the moment. Just had my chocobo helping. Where's the companion button? You got a level. I'll just give you DPS roll. Not that it matters all that much. Okay, more. I don't. Alright. That's super easy. Dude, Paladin job quests kind of suck, not gonna lie. These are really easy. Not okay. Okay. Talk to him again. Good, you've mastered your new skills and made them your own. Much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor of Silk Saigle. We are close to finding him, and as our net draws tighter, it grows ever more important that we make ready for the moment when the fish must at last be landed. Alright, now we have prominence. Super helpful. Okay. Alright, let's swap back to Black Mage, and we'll continue where we left off in Carathis. I'm sorry, am I blind? Who the heck's the guy I gotta talk to? Gotta be blind. Where is he? Oh, okay. Ah, the lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovic be thinking? It's true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations, however, because this information is used to chart Gervanian, city access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful, with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamore up above. I should have talked to her before running all the way up these stairs. Great. Oops. Our records have fallen into the wrong hands and could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade. We are the arbiters of Haloni's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, for Lamart. Wish to speak with you regarding the recent. Oh, I didn't realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume Guilam Gorlami. You honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. I was the one who rescued House Durender's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen in Kurthos 5 years ago, yes? Come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. Snows can come quickly in Kurthos. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise to you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Don't give in to the temptation to deviate from your. I was not aware you aided House Durandar in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I can't give you what you seek. We're gonna have to do more shit for these guys to get them to trust us. You there, madam. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. Right away, I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He is adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixel in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be of great comfort to me. Okay. Early to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. Thought I could finish my work once the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they would leave again before I froze to. Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. Men of House Durandar cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. Okay. Seems I offended him with my lack of belief. Bongo cat! I have to go all the way back up the tower. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. There's a right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you are eager to locate your airship. I may surprise you that by saying you have already aided your own cause. Osterundare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Gervanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. I propose that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. You caused quite a stir in your short time here. First, you slay two heretics and save at night, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. Imagine you must desire something for your troubles. Introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed two acts, you would have me endorse you to three high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Might as well grab. Do I take the 500 gil or do I take that? Try that. I don't need new gear, even if it's like kind of temporary. I don't know, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Were it not for this task, it would take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I'd have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring them back to you, what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that the recovering stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halenar, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. At least the Ishgardians are kind of interesting compared to the last quest line that I just decided to skip because, like, you just go around collecting ingredients for a party that you were supposed to be invited to anyways as the guest of honor. It's really stupid. Mm. All right, easy. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? God bless you, friend. It's all here at very last. Ah, but wait. It's just over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Play hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. You're certain. Clearly an attempt has made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. And perhaps there is not so difficult to fathom. House Halor is whispered to be infested with heretics. If you bring this matter to my attention, miss, I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halenart. Further introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Great. I got a new item. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for yours only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. That was because I served House Lenart for years prior to the calamity. I must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak with him of an Edelweiss. He will show you for a friend. Now go. Okay. Alright, so Francel is not a heretic. Got it. Yes, you look as though you have something to say, do you? I see, Sir Carilot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. Pity it has not been seen in Carthos since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, I will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You're as much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship, I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Horchefant of House Fortemps commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present him this letter of introduction. He will surely be receptive to your needs. Horchefant, best boy, best Ellison. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. You are come to pay your respects. Be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would glad welcome many and more brave souls like yourself, but enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So, this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Carathos before Calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events. Shard did not participate in the Battle of Cartano. We were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I'll see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortemps. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortemps included, are either unable or willing to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nene of mine own House Fortemps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Gravelin of House Halenart, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken to the chief astrologian of House Durender yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more kind once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortemps. Do not concern yourself with the House Zimmel. I shall contact them myself, seek the counsel of the three I mentioned, and return to me when I am finished. The Talk of Caethus. We gotta grease the wheels of bureaucracy. Oh, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortemps does. If they did, I would definitely know as well. Topic on everyone's lips these days is that will become the young Lord Francel. Some say allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Halenart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. I'll have to maybe save Francel. A little bit chilly. Cold. Only grant me strength. There must be some way to. Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Horchefant. I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Halenart into chaos. Right now, I must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. Lord Hershafant's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregarding policies, then you're sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Gorlami arrived in Carathos, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Guardian Society. If Lord Horshafant wishes to waste his days chasing after a long lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Alright. Seems like they don't think super highly of him. Um, Fortunately. By your countenance, I take you did not learn anything of use, nor did I, I fear. Seems the whole of Carthus is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. I have another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I received a report that he had 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outside was long ago overrun by the Dravanian hordes, so I am not certain that he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Who goes there? Lionel, no, stay back. The fiend is still here. Oh, it's okay, bud. I got you. Okay. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. However, it was House Halenart that yielded the sealed vigils to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy. Despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Good for you, bud. Sounds like someone's rigging you. I'm gonna guess it's the Inquisitors. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francis at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of one who might later be declared a heretic. Not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Gorlami has conducted his investigations. In any case, we wish to obtain his testimony. We must first clear Lord Francis' name, and by association, yours. Nice, so we're doing guilt by association now. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francis' innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would please tell me of the incident in question. So, it was found in a locked chest labeled as property of Lord Francis. The rosary was not his, and someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Carathis, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. Hmm. Is that even an upgrade? Oh, not even a bit. That gear really is quite great. Someone tampering with shipments. Fury struck me down. All the mercenaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lass. I'm of House Hailer man through and through. Heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the poor is what were bringing the shipment did it though. I know most of them that work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, was our shipment is thoroughly inspected before it could have been the fellows that were responsible for the inspections? Skirting Knights and Inquisitors, a lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. I reckon that means the porters are most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from White Brim Front this morning. I consider having a word with them. Beg your pardon. You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Halo shipments. What nerve? If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Oh, there's one draconian rosary. And they're both in the Halo Art packages. Appreciate an apology. Uh, that's impossible. Once the knight at Whiteburn Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Horchfont, I will not be held accountable for this. I agree, bud. You didn't do it. Something happened outside? I thought I heard shouting. Ah, but more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries, and every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Helenart's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. Praise Saloni that he did, and Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. From the very first, I knew it could not have been so many members of House Helenart here were heretics. Alas, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Breaky. Tell her that Horse House Fortemps asks, nay, demands that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation can be conducted. What is it, my child? Lord Horchefront wouldn't have the Inquisitors do what? That is not possible. Inquisitor Ghislaine presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdraw, even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Helene's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Congrats, you get to go over to Valhalla if we find you guilty and you're actually innocent. Wow, what rampant corruption. They've taken Lord Francel to Witchdraw. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I'll not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Lionel, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdraw to forestall the proceedings. Till such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Ghislaine in person. I'll endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. Well, I don't really have much in the way of healing, but I can blow things up. That works, right? I'm curious, what actions do I have to learn next? Ooh, fire starter. That's what we want for sure. Thunder 3 is great too. Fire starter next level is big. Get some RNG elements to our rotation, which is something that I wish they would do more in this game. Like have the RNG procs. Hail, Lionel. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us as a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Joaquin Coleman Francel de Helnot. You stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers, these charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Gervanians. I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service of the Holy See. Condemn me, and you'll strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Helone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and trust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Holona's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their dragon forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House Fortemps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Whither we are come on behalf of Lord Horchefont, my lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. I only request that these proceedings be suspended. Lord Horchefont has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. Let's hold them until Lord Horchefont arrives, Lionel. Remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Okay, so ignore the Inquisitor. Kill the healer first. Oh, looks like we can't damage the Inquisitor regardless. More infantry coming. Oh yeah, Horchefont. Best boy. Bring in the cavalry. You shall answer for your sins. Heretics. Wyvern. Gervanians. Huh, how did I fail to cast my ice spell? Should be able to do a second fire rotation. Look at that big crit. I didn't get it. Because I accidentally hit an invincible enemy. Now what do you think, Gorlami? Why did your men have draconian stuff? Why were there dragons? It is not our intention to divide the will of the Archbishop. This trial, like many others, I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Halenard. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, and we may tear ourselves apart. Fevered imaginings of a Dutcher man, what proof have you of this? By the fury of Draconian Rosary, and the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the wyvern. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Horsefont. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation. Trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Carathos, Lionel. Pray locate your errant airship and use it. The guy is cryptic and weird. Lord Horsefront, I have not words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped to your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Halenart. Gracefully it did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Lino. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Look well, Lionel. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honor of his house. I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Fortomp and House Halenart will never forget your service. Now, let's return to the matter of your missing enterprise. I acknowledge the enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Carathos several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the stone vigil in the far northwest. Garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horchefont is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. So it's in the stone vigil. Oh, so you've at least located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. Stone vigil, ah? Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by a decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillmont of White Front and request that he grant a permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragon has concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well on your journeys, Lionel. May Helena guide you. Wonderful to see you again, Lionel. Is there anything I can do to repay you? Name it. So the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Aelinard. The chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. Fiends have held the outpost ever since. They lack strength and arms to retake the Stone Vigil. House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Beyond that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillmont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, word of caution: the cravens who attempted to destroy House Halenart have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us and towards you now as well. You desire an audience with Lord Gilmont, do you? Ah, I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing one make it so. What do we have here? Letters from Lords Forchefort and Francel, is it? I like. Oh, here's. What to do? What to do? Timing cannot have been worse, traveler. Lord Drillmont's attentions are focused solely on the Stone Vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them. So blah blah blah. Accidentally clicked. My bad. Try up here. Blah blah. Blah. Luis. Luis. Heck, I'm missing something. Sir Grenadier made you speak with me, did he? Not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Dremont hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I, or he always has a moment spare for head, carriage, and Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? Sure. We're here to visit a patient, madam. What's this? Letters of introduction from House Fortomp and Aelinat. Documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray, proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Goodenough. He should know Lord Drillmont's current whereabouts. Good to know, good to know. It's like a bowel disorder, being honest. Reason if you barging into, oh, I see. Well, you were on luck. Lord Dramon is just up these stairs. Let us know, though. I would not expect much. Master Ender as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You must state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Good or no? Sir, good or no? Permitted your passage. Very well. Speak. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scale skin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. And are you the avatar of the Fury herself? More or less. I mean, basically. Hey, look, it's Alpha now. We are the science of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Dromon. You know our name and you know our deeds. We come to Kurthos to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, an airship of Master Sidnon Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive, but that's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. Now, this guy's being a dick. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandar marshals his forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in wait room front, the three mysterious strangers. The Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the Calamity, and two signs of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. Lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandar would have greater sense. I know not why these three seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment, I nearly believed this mummer's farce. You three will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. It could be moons before House Durandar purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Said Leono, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drummond's trust. Understood? You the last responsible for that commotion upstairs. Aye, we're Charles Fast and Wiper in front. Yeah, you still wish to change Lord Drummond's mind? If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here is that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Whenever the barracks, and he's sure to take notice. How you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. Last few supply shipments contain no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. Thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. Wouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, find out a way to lurking mud puppy in Danifin Pass. Get this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Okay, let's go kill a mud puppy. It looks like someone else is doing this stuff too. He doesn't look like he knows to use the vinegar. Oh, he's gonna help. It didn't work, did it? Hi, I thought it was an idiotic idea. Oh dear, remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road, this should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila, never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these three and distribute them to the hungry knights here. I'm glad these guys are feeling good that we made the mud puppy steaks. I was wondered to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing that good food can do for morale, eh? Oh, I've forgotten about the hard-working Kerrigans at the infirmary, so rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. I'm taking this steak to Sonoda. She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Oh, there she is. Beg your pardon, madam, but I'm busy attending to this man. I'll be with you in a moment. My, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll leave the rest right away. I word with you, Lena. It concerns the Kurgans. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient Olympics for what their needs. You see. They use some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced Olympic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memory, since working with my hands those familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of three ice spirit sprites. While commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures, there is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate without. That sound ridiculous to you? Impossible even. Yet somehow, I know it will work. Kill the ice sprites. We could do a lot more damage for sure. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. An amazing device, but is it truly an Olympic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I know how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. And so, I wonder. Worthy the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at cost. Our earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Or you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. I also come to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Oh god, this guy is super against us. He does not like us. Why does that man detest us so? It's all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial. For his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. We can persuade Lord Dromont to help us. We must convince Inquisitor Gilliam, but we are not his enemy. Just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the Good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Carathos. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Front. If he finds the Dolphino in the square, I'm sure he can formulate strategy from there. Mr. Gilliam, yes, of course I know him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to White several moons ago. Saw him all, but I recall that blizzard nearly buried us in the snow that day. I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold set up, Blocked the walls and controlled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. Around took me outside the eastern gate at some one point where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. I think it was a wayward traveler. I cried out and gave chase, but it slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I can lay recuperating from my injuries ever since. I tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Gilliam rescued me. Carrying my body unconscious body to the gates, I owe my life, madam, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Okay. Inquisitor Gilliam, I haven't fought you of whom you speak, unbeliever. Hey, we learned of your deeds at Witch Drop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you have hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Okay. Definitely some people who do not trust me at all. Patrick Star. Under Inquisitor Gilliam's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been amassed and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. Okay, singing his praises again. This isn't really all that helpful. Lucy has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Loney's will. They're to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Okay. Ugh. Dude, put a coat on. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we have wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. It tells me that you have been busy making inquiries, yes? Should it come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let's more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Lionel. Mayhap they'll provide insight into Inquisitor Gilliam's motivations. We should check where he found that guy. Where he rescued that guy. Why was he out in the storm like that? Something troubles me about the Wounded Knight's account. As he fell chasing a figure in the darkness, and he saw outside the eastern gate, yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. As we were running away from front, I've seen no troubles arise by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, to imply the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. It cannot be so. That way lies not but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Gillot is not Mr. Rangley's Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Perhaps retracing his steps might shed light on this mystery. I'll get fire starter soon. Will be super helpful, especially ahead of the dungeon. Dead Inquisitor. That's quite scandalous, especially laying next to a dragon. Found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Hmm. In the contents of this encyclical, I believe you just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Gilliam. Really come to Korthos and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, or even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity and or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Lionel, before he learns of this deception has been discovered. Since Lord Gerald has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to discard the endorsements of two high houses? Clerk did say that the Lord listens to respects and opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that provides a claim, yes. Mayhap that is the only way left of us. Confront Sir Julot with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him to recall the truth of the night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. I return, and there's something else you wanted to ask? Inquisitor is an impostor. Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He is a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that it is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Pernilia. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. I'll never speak against the man who saved my life. You, I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray, move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why you show me such a droll thing? I know not of it, not at all. You know, don't you? Fury take me. I prayed this day would come. When Sir Julot gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him. Nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed aside, trying to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Julot and I would be spared. If I had to find him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. At last I agreed to his terms. The man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Thither we carried Sir Gilot to the infirmary, and on his first night in the White from front, Inquisitor Gilliam was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared he was condemning the innocent to death, I wanted to confess to Lord Drillmont, wanted to put an end to the mass, but then I remembered the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, called the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in his chest and southeast of Wyvern front. I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks, as I hoped they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Halenart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials, and that is the entire truth, I swear. Helena, forgive me for not acting sooner. Oh, so she's the one who planted the draconian rosaries earlier. Cool that we get a call back for that. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you the 3 access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There would be a very good explanation for why you're carrying these rosaries, and where did you find this papal encyclical? Here you take me. The Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence in your testimony could have no further other explanation. I charge you and your friends, Lionel, and for that I deeply apologize. I'll permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Oh, I'm all about justice, bud. Oh, I'll give them all the justice. Like doling it out. Piecemeal. Oh, that's Disciple War. Shit. Never mind. I guess we're decenting this. The thrice damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell's take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, trying to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul from whom he has branded a heretic. If you hurry, there may still be time to prevent further, and let me let me your strength, Lionel. Together, let us put an end to the impostor's heresy once and for all. Easy enough, bud. Kind of maybe jump through hoops to get you there, but to be fair, I didn't expect him to be an imposter. I just expected him to be like normal evil, like straight up evil. But hey, he was an imposter, so that's at least somewhat interesting. New items. Dude, you can have a Rubik's Cube. That's so lit. Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna level sync down below 42. Just because I'm definitely gonna get level sync down. That's like guaranteed. Alright, let's deal with Big Gorlimo. You didn't tremble so much, how the righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Heleni's halls. Only the wicked. But why must I die by all this holy? I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Heloni. Visitor, at least the man can come with us. Lord Dromont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain, I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Gilliam and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed, but you'll find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Dromont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha, all are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Dromont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian still fares against Travanian fang and claw. Alright, I'll show him no mercy. Put a dot on him. Oh, I am level 42. Means I get to start hitting for bigger damage. I need to pay attention for the second wave for sure. He's transforming now. Need to. If I need to kite him while I stay on the lookout for more Dravanian reinforcements. Oh yeah. I mean, RNG element feels a lot better. I'll take a little bit of getting used to, but it feels like I've actually like something to like look forward to when I cast a spell. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, or they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ashgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. Your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder. And when you are dead, wave from front shall fall. And he's dead. Defiance to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves not better. You know, I must apologize for involving you in this sort of business. You should never have been asked to intervene in guardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. This is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Wayprom Front and bring your associates. Now we can finally do the dungeon. Where you have been, Lionel? The false recruiter has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. As I'm sure you will agree, it's past time we enter the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Dromon a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Ghislaine would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. See now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand it seemed too much to hope that the signs of the Seven Dawns still lived. Say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. It was gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, yes, of course. It's the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. Firing the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. Speak of the Dervanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers' garrison at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we had been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it was not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Kirthis, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Dromont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I'll inform Sir Nathalane of your impending visit. He'll only guide you, scions. Alright. While we wait for the queue to pop, I think I'm gonna go back to Ul'dah and take on the next Black Mage quest, just so I have freeze potentially going into this dungeon. Probably won't have it in time, but I don't. Pretty sure for now it's just an upgrade over Blizzard 2. A slight upgrade. I don't have Umber Hearts yet, so. Hell, Lord Dramon has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whenever you will. Oh, wait. Oh, it doesn't do that. It replaces Blizzard casts for AoE. It kind of makes sense for things to be here instead. Yeah. I think that's fine. Time for the Stone Vigil. Teleport back to Ul'dah. Or at least start the Black Mage quest. That'll get us freeze. Is it already out at... Oh no, it's still at that place. The not the ossuary, but one of the temples. I see in your eyes look of a woman prepared to take on the daunting responsibilities of the Black Mage. There are few who know of your existence, even among those versed in the ways of magic. You'll not even find mention of us in all but the most esoteric of texts. Yet the secrets of our dark art lie encrypted here within the forbidden library of this sacrarium. Master himself deciphered and read the text some 100 years past. It is said the first of our kind were favored of Nalthal, and it was he who entrusted them with the duty of sealing the Void Gate. As you all know, the power of black magic lies in its great potential for destruction. Slightest errancy in its use may give rise to the most tragic of disasters. The disappearance of the Black Ninja from Eorzea, Master says only, we must not repeat the errors of the past. Leonel, Master has made known to me what it is you must next do. Listen to his words now with all your being. The land has drunk deep of the blood you spilled, and by this act 3 souls of 3 races of Thanalan have come. The fires of our order once burned black and full, yet long ago they were left to wane and very nearly die. These 3 souls are the keepers of the embers that remain, of all that we know now are. In the hands of one who will usher our return, the gem of Shatoto, testimony of our creed, will shine with new light, and by that light the 3 keepers will be made your allies. And Amalja by the name of Kazakh Cha waits at Burgundy Falls in the east of Thanalan. Go to him. Alright, we're gonna go to Drybone. Welcome, Rugadin, chosen of Ukuruka, and bearer of the gem of Shatoto. By the gem's power to our paths cross once more, alas, the time spoken of this prophecy has come. I know of nothing of she who would guide us. Come, tell me your name. Lionel Frost, I am Kazakh Cha, sorcerer of the Amalja. As were my forebears, I am fourth of my line as to walk this path, which brings me now to this land. As you all know, my kind bear the scorn of the old Dons. It is for that reason that I must remain here, far from the city walls. Your power this one has, but enough is it, Squawk. Kazakh Cha is terrifying to behold, yes, yes, but he is both wise and kind, good, warm kind. These are my brethren in the black, Leonel, and now they are yours as well. Where you stand, the Ixal Dozel Melach and the 269th Order Mendicant of the Kobolds, Daza. You have fed the ethereal currents with the blood of fiends. The gem of Shtoda radiates as it does, and your presence is proof of your deeds and a sign that what must yet be done. Also, me to bear witness to your awakening and to pass on to you the knowledge entrusted to me. Know that you must face death before your purpose can be fulfilled. It is to the Silent King in Western Thailand that you must next journey. There are 2 lies of planar fissure, and there too must you slake the land's thirst with the blood of the fiends which surge forth from it. Fear not, each of us shall journey to the Silent King, and there convene once more. Seek out the first Exil Dozel Melach, where your path is destined to first cross with his. When the deed before you is done, the gem shall shine with new brilliance. Okay. Luckily, that's near the Science of the Seven Dawn HQ, so we can just teleport over there afterward. Alright, let's begin. Oh yeah, my item level could be better. For sure. Oh, that was definitely a wrong spell. Get a dot on them. Alright, so he's content with stopping here. Ah, I fucked up hard. That's bad. Fuck up on my rotation. I'm gonna tank that. Should have just shielded there. Why is this guy being a cutscene? Huh? Dude, you're a Reaper. Didn't really like you with those fire starter procs. Another one. I'm gonna save it to instant cast out of ice. But yeah. Oh yeah. Easy clap. Nice. Cobalt ingots. Yeah, look, it's the airship. Oh, another crystal. That's 5 of 6. Lino, are you all right? Speak to me. I'll be praised. I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of that etheric bubble with that dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I was quite enough to do already. Which reminds me, Sid is working on our Enterprise as we speak. Let's go and see what he has to say. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes, but will not be a pleasant ride. Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. As a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. So I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye. It is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. It must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... it's no use. Let's go. How I have longed for more agreeable climate of the 12 squid. Yet I will not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Ashgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair, and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? calms me to look at her. As though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising you did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seedseers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. It may take as long as we require to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Bruta, lest we forget, grow stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. I am no expert on the workings of airships. It's plain to see that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. I am not correct, Sid? Frankly, it's a miracle she's carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Confound it, there must be a way. A way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements, but of course, that's it. We work upon the element itself, using the power of a corrupted crystal. We could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see, you propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspect of the barrier. Seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Though mayhap not to you, Lino. We speak of the manifestations of over-aspected aether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric current, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace. It has been a cause of great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use a corrupted crystal to convert the wind-aspected aether comprising Greta's barrier into aether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All of this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might, a scholar by the name of Lambertine, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marquis met him, I suppose. Whether out of pity or for one of a more willing listener, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was as a result of these conversations that poor Marquis was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Now I need you to return to Thanland and seek out the scholar. Sid and I will be about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. Actually, I'm going to do the Black Mage stuff first. Purely because it won't be long before we're level 45 and can get the first pieces of the Black Mage set. Close, planar fissure, strong black magic you need. You close, then come to Dozel Melloc once more. Walk. Oh yeah, that hits plenty hard. Makes me happy. Well, cousin Shaw spoke true. Black is strong in Lionel. You go now to see Daza. Hmm. Here lies the planter fissure, rift, terror fissure. Use the power within you to seal it. It is as cousin Shaw foretold. You are chosen, Lionel. You must return to him now. Yes, yes. Return and tell cousin Shaw the deed is done. Ended, overdone. You've done well, Lionel, I knew you would. Come, it is time now to return to Burgundy Falls. We'll talk to the scholar while we're there. Well, yes, I'm Professor Lambertain. Beg pardon? You wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals, truly. No, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow woman of science. Yes, yes, indeed. Ah, so rare it is to find fellow intellectuals in this region. It's even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow. Unsociable, rather daft at first impression. He possessed an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand, did you say you wish to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Ye gods, woman, at least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you have sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means for which you inherit dangers will be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this warded pot. Protect yourself from its deleterious, deleterious effects. I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Ahasako, a student of mine, monitoring the flow of aether at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. That's in the direction we had to go anyways. Every time I'm explain myself, I'm not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I've chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. Over here, a containment vessel. Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertaint. You thieving knave, I shall call for the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then you must have sought me out for his instruction. He believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, richness is so rightfully deserved. I need... Oh, frabjous day, Kalu Kalay. That I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Hasako, greatest of Professor Lambertain's people, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure particles from the burning wall for my personal research. Ere the devastating destruction caused by the claim has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. Something tells me that not but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths amidst the flowing waters and murderous maronites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tools and use it to separate a small fragment from a large cluster. Place it within a water pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying. Advance with appropriate caution and you'll surely survive. Alright, let's grab freeze. Then Frost the Black, you return to me victorious. The gem of Shitoto burns bright. You are indeed the heiress of the dark and ancient power, as Kukuruka foretold. I am reminded of a prophecy my great grandfather uttered long ago. When four Magi meet in the barren land, black powers of Eld woven by their hand shall see the fate of wickedness made stark, and the path to light shall be lit by dark. The black powers of Eld require no explanation. I know that wickedness refers to the evil birthed by the void. The seal holding the void gate shut will falter and fail is beyond doubt, yet your deeds speak of determination and ability, and in them I spy hope. I learned all of you that I must. I swear on you the knowledge kept by my line. Here and now I speak an oath to discard all grudges by your power combined. The void gate will be sealed anew. You have brought this old Emulja much happiness. Few believe the words of my great-grandfather. He is mocked and ridiculed and worse ignored, yet your coming has fulfilled the prophecy he spoke. You know the dark magic coursing through you shares a deep bond with the void gate. Should that power be cast open, you will come to great peril. Temper yourself in both mind and body. When you are ready, return to this land and seek me out once more. And only then will I speak to you of their next task. Alright. We got freeze. It'll be a more significant DPS buff once we're in the post level 50 era, because start getting Emerald Heart. And Easy clap. You come Thing back. Have you crystal then? A prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertain will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. A keen scholar senses tells me that you've obtained a corrupt crystal, am I right? You grant me a moment to examine. Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose do you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind aspected aether. Oh dear, that may prove problematic as this would only serve to strengthen the barrier. Suppose I'm at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would never have sent you to Hasako. What was science if not trial and error? And you can truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think one. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal, but doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. Once more, the crystal utility serves as an invaluable research for ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldesion. For them, well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course, I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. You all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You still have a corrupted crystal to find. Also very helpful. Your crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common. I fear, unfortunately, one of my other students, Yana, instead of discover another promising site in eastern Lenosha. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosha was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Now that made for an amusing anecdote. The Western Lenosha, Pharaoh Sirius on the Isles of Umbra to be Can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with someone Dalaman's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Alport attempting to gain access to the isle. I travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit. If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, do not forget to make your makeshift warded pot, unless you think you are prepared for the task. Alright, I'm going to end stream here. Have a good one, guys. We'll pick up with that quest next time.